Hey right guys, Trophy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 8 of Bridgerton season 3. I've managed to do it, I've managed to get through the second part without seeing any spoilers. We did it all within basically a day. Basically a day we've got it all done, so I'm pretty happy with that. So the Boys was released on the same day as well, but I've really enjoyed part 2. I'm very curious how they're going to wrap things up with this, of course, finale. But Colin kind of seems to want to be pushing Penelope to give up Lady Whistledown. I don't think, and I assume no one else thinks she should actually do that, but I think Eloise is going to step forward as Lady Whistledown, and it's just going to be like through Penelope that, because Eloise doesn't really want to get married anyway. She doesn't have any love interest, so it's not like she's going to lose that stature that Penelope might with. I don't think Colin would leave her, but I think it just kind of might be frowned upon. I don't really know. I guess we'll find out how they go about things with this one. But yeah, episode 8, guys. If you've enjoyed the reactions to season 3, thank you for watching. We'll be back in, I assume, a couple of years for season 4, of course. So we're going to have to wait a while. But we've got plenty of shows in between that as well. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very curious who season 4 is actually even going to be about. I assume it might be a joint season with Francesca and Benedict. I wouldn't mind, because I think Eloise could probably have her own season, but I feel like we're not quite ready for that yet. I think another season before that, so maybe she has season 5. Again, I don't know. You guys probably have more of an idea of who's going to be about. But yeah, episode 8. Let's do this. Here we go. Let me know your rankings for the seasons as well. Based on what I've seen, I'd go 2 Queen Charlotte this season, then season 1. That would be my rankings. But again, we'll see, because maybe this episode could be an absolute banger. It might change. It's not beating season 2, but it could beat Queen Charlotte.
Good morning.
Fun wedding night, guys.
You do not have to leave.
I wish to.
Oof. Start on the rocks, build our way up.
Good morning, Mama.
Is it not the mum? Oh, it's her, okay.
Cressida.
Good morning. I trust you had a happy wedding night.
Oh, I didn't pick up on the red hair thing, yeah. I didn't pick up on that she told him the red hair thing, yeah. There's not many redheads that are in this circle, I guess, now I think about it.
One would ever suspect you, as you are so very forgettable.
Okay. Says you, with this boring character. No, not the most. Penelope's sisters have that.
You are going to pay me double the Queen's reward, so that I might set up my life abroad,
So 2 million.
allowing her to disappear for great periods of time. I think of how all those she views as enemies end up humiliated in print.
Wow, she just basically told her mum.
How it took you this long to realise. She
Bro, just fair enough.
true Lady Whistledown.
Jesus.
You will pay me my sum, or I will reveal the truth to the entire ton.
Bloody hell, everyone's finding out. That's 4 people. Minus Monique and the newspaper people. The printing group.
Penelope.
Oh, mate. Sorry, nothing a good ball can't fix.
Mama.
What terrible things you've written about your sisters.
Well,
About
understandably.
About yourself. Under my own roof. My own blood has been sowing the seeds of our ruin all along. How could you, Penelope?
For fun.
Does your husband know?
Oh dear.
We'd have grounds for an annulment. Even the most sanctimonious bishop would grant.
Well, I do not wish to lie anymore.
Colin won't do that.
Well, I would forbid it. But clearly my word is not one you choose to follow.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Do you in fact know who Whistledown is?
I wonder if everyone will just know by the end. It's like, why? So many people know now at this point.
Perhaps she is merely trying to stay in the game as a vulnerable player. A feeling, perhaps, you can relate to.
Oof.
Perhaps a long time ago.
Yeah, back in the day.
You could have had me in checkmate, Lady Danbury.
I realise that. But then the game would be over early, and what fun is there in that?
Yeah, I get what he's saying. I mean, he's loving it. Well, I forgot his name. Boris or something, but like, you could just play another game.
Are going to host a ball centered on the colour purple.
And orange.
There will be.
So they're having a ball this time, yeah, great.
The best thing that we can do right now is be out in the world so that the town does not start to think that we have something to hide.
You tell him.
Having ice cream and planning the wedding. There is still going to be a wedding.
Of course.
What, today? No, I mean, today for me, not them.
In Scotland. Where is that exactly? It's close to the border.
No, the Highlands.
That must be at least a fortnight's ride away.
Oh, it is why I so enjoy staying there.
fortnight.
The distance creates a true sense of peace.
Well, they're off.
You know you will eventually resolve things with
Penelope?
Oh, she was just appearing.
I was not expecting to see you till later this afternoon.
And we all know.
You don't have to hide your ire.
Certainly we should not be having this discussion in front of Miss Bridgerton.
I guess what.
She knows everything as well. Cressida discovered my secret.
So, yep, there we
She
go.
demands £10,000 to keep it.
10k.
If she knows, we must prevent her from revealing it.
Oh, I'm not asking for your help. I merely wanted to be honest with
It
you.
is not up to you what we do.
Oh, is it not? Okay, interesting choice of words, Colin.
And I will not stand for anyone blackmailing my wife.
Well, that's certainly a relief to hear.
I can pay her.
You have made that higher sum.
Slightly more, if we're being honest.
Bloody hell, millionaire.
You're not paying Miss Cowper a single penny.
But Colin, it is my...
Then perhaps you will pay her, Mr. Bridgerton.
No, he cannot.
No one is paying
And
her.
what do you propose we do?
Murder.
Please, will you just let
I will not cower to Miss Cowper.
Drop kicker out a window. Benedict and co. Yep. God, are they still going at it? This might be a different night. But I also would not be surprised if they were still going at it. Oh, no. It's just no worries in the world. Don't care about everything else going on.
I was hoping to have a moment alone with your daughter.
Despite what the Ton might say, you insult me.
Oh, boo bloody who if you're insulted. Bye.
Leave us. It does not matter any longer. Please go.
I will give you 5 minutes.
Ooh.
But this last year, I found myself yearning to hear word from home, from Penelope, in fact.
What's the play here, Colin?
It seems you've come for me to pay you sympathy, but I'm the one who is meant to be paid.
I have not come for your sympathy. I can understand why you might hate Whistledown. Her words are cutting and sharp, and still...
With the doors open, we're talking about this. Interesting.
You do not sound as if you hate Whistledown. You sound as if you are jealous of her.
No, I'm not.
Convinced.
And she did not savage you in her latest column. If even Penelope can find grace for you, do you not see that the Ton, too, will forgive you?
Is this going to work?
And surely your father will welcome you back to London when all this passes.
Oh, that's the play? Maybe you could promise her a good life. I don't know, she doesn't want her dad or some old bloke.
That you will always have your family's support. We are not the same, Mr. Bridgerton.
Yeah, that was not going to work.
Reflecting upon the lack of support I shall have in the future, perhaps I am not asking for enough from you.
Well, that didn't go so well. But like he almost had her and then he... Yeah, she can't relate to the family thing.
Did you truly like her? Or did you befriend her simply to punish me?
I'm not so petty.
I think she did like her a little bit.
Enjoyed her at the start.
At least he's to her best of mates again.
I'm afraid I have failed.
You did indeed.
He wants double now.
£20,000.
She's lost her mind.
Okay, fair enough.
She requires you use your column to restore her reputation. I must apologise, sir.
So what's the plan here when we're like, well, we just don't have that money?
Have to ask Benedict to sign off on such a large expenditure.
You would tell your brother about Penelope's identity.
No. I will have to invent some kind of a lie.
We're not doing this. We're not paying her.
So very grateful. All your counsel.
There's no way we pay her. And Benedict's a bit busy right now, so I don't know if he's going to be able to pay either. Well, they're not stopping these three.
That she will soon find another distraction. Oh, speaking of which...
It's rather strong.
Well, yeah.
Francesca seems to have found an inner courage.
Yes, she...
Ew.
And now she is using it to get as far away from her mother as possible.
You will have my support in Francesca's absence, and also my brother's, if you wish it.
Oh, we're going down that road.
And if you were to give your blessing.
Oh, it is certainly not my place to give or withhold a blessing on the matter. You are both adults.
Fair enough.
You may do as you wish. After all, it is not as though I asked your permission.
When? Oh, in Queen Charlotte?
You know. Yes?
I know my father was a good man,
Yeah, it's Queen Charlotte, yeah.
and that you have been a very good friend.
That was it. They had their little meetings on the bench. Damn.
And my brother is a good man, and you are a good friend. That is all I need to know as well.
I'm glad we're actually, like, referencing that.
I will pick you over him. I shall not lose you for his folly.
There is
That's
no
fair.
man alive with such power.
Oh, cute. Oh, the hat, bro! Let's go, dude. That's so cool. Well, the crown. The not really a hat, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Especially party of 3.
Round 10? Yep. Bloody hell. Oh, or not. Well, still. Maybe in 5 minutes. He's folded instantly. Look at him.
I only need a blanket for the city.
Yeah, sure, mate. He's gonna bust that door back down in about 3 seconds. Okay, whatever. He will in a bit. To be fair, I guess they want the big, like, final sex scene towards the end of the big hour we've kissed and made up sex scene. Miss Collin. Oh, Penelope. These letters she did send or didn't? Oh, it's in his desk, so yeah, I assume. When he was on his travels.
I cannot put him off any longer, Mom. That solicitor.
Oh,
Is he?
God's sake. We mentioned him once in Act 2 and he's...
Show him in, I suppose.
What was his issue? That one of them wasn't pregnant or getting married or whatever. Here we go. Let's hear what he has to say.
I take it you're here to congratulate us on my daughter's marriage into one of the most esteemed and respected families of the Ton.
Regrettably, no.
Of course you haven't.
I pray you have sufficient evidence for all the accusations you seem poised to make.
Not the evidence I sought, no, but...
Yeah. Help yourself to...
I know your funds came from Jack Featherington's fraudulent activities.
No.
And I believe the Crown will agree that the Featherington title should be transferred to a more scrupulous family.
Well, yours. The Mutton Chops family. Get out.
Is your money the money cousin Jack took from the Ton?
It's not as if any of them needed that money the way we did.
You stole from them!
You humiliated them. You stole their dignity.
Cool, yeah, let's revert it back. Whatever.
Who were you protecting with your column?
Myself!
Oh, from whom?
You're to this mum.
I see.
I see, yeah.
No easy thing being a parent.
What's got to do anything?
I was taught that all power comes from a man.
Well, first.
What you have done entirely
She
on
did
your
try
own.
and protect them all, I guess, but whatever.
It is a great regret of mine that I've overlooked you for so long.
Sure.
Perhaps there were other ways, but at the time I could not see them. The Lady Whistledown right about our disgrace when I am exposed.
She will write ever I like her to.
That is a great power.
With great power comes great responsibility. Maybe she's a little bit jealous in some way.
If we survive this round, we must do better.
We'll see if you mean it. I need to see it to believe it.
You are going to bring so much brightness to Scotland.
You're upset about me leaving?
You actually going to Scotland?
I did not expect you to settle quite so far away.
Anthony and Kate are headed for India.
Yes.
Yeah, true, but...
Whereas with John, I hear myself more and more. It is my great hope that the silence and beauty of Scotland will allow me to know myself.
Unless we see their life in Scotland in season 4, that'd be kind of cool. Probably not, though.
And silence and beauty on Oxfordshire.
Silence in Oxfordshire, yeah, sure.
I first met your father. I could barely speak my own name. I was so taken by him. I stumbled over words most familiar.
I thought we had moved past this. John...
It is a fine man and a good choice.
Good, but not great.
But you have shown me that there is another way, that there is beauty in the slow approach.
It's not even that slow, I don't know. The guys just chill. They're both just chill about it, that's all. You show me there's another way, a boring way. It's like, alright, Violet. I think it's quite nice to have a couple in the show that isn't like some dramatic thing that has to happen.
I take thee.
Oh yeah.
Lawful wedded wife.
They just get on with it. Boom.
To have and to hold from this day forward, for richer and for poorer.
Okay, I was gonna say where's Kate and Anthony? They've gone to India. They've dipped. Hell yeah. Bravo! Bravo! Excellent ceremony.
Now that I am wed, Mother's attention may turn to you again. Unless she is...
Oh yeah.
Good greet, Mrs. Mondrich.
Again though, I thought she was talking to someone out in the protest place, but I guess he disappeared. I forgot his name. Axel Rose or something.
If you would be so kind as to save a dance for me at the next ball.
Alright, mate.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That would be most adequate.
Lady Bridgerton, I see your openness reflected in Benedict, your charm in Colin, your wisdom in Eloise.
Alright, compliment the whole family.
Instilled in both Gregory and Hyacinth.
Put them in one.
My new wife. I feel it in equal measure for the remarkable woman who raised her. I thank you.
Yeah, he's done well there, hasn't he?
Will you play a duet with me?
Oh, have a duet now? I'm...
What, on Guitar Hero? What song are we going to get this time? I think this is... Slipknot. Bravo. That's what I'm saying.
I will not let my lies spread any further than they already have.
Then how am I meant to help you?
By loving me.
Yeah, come on, Colin, use your head.
I do not need you to save me. I just need you to stand by me, to hold me.
Yeah, let's not whip out the divorce papers.
To do those things.
Oh, what is that restrains you?
I do not know.
We'll figure it out.
There will always be something between us.
I know. Perhaps that is the key.
What are you saying?
She got a plan to take her down. Or something else. Oh, she's writing to the Queen.
Colin, I have received a letter from your wife.
We had better sit.
Oh. Shouldn't tell everyone. She's like, good job.
It is no wonder she's turned out the way she has. The house is far too warm.
You're right, sister. It is my wife's doing.
You have got to be the most miserable human.
Terrible woman she is.
I'm not going anywhere with her.
Come, girl. Present yourself.
Present yourself to the grave. What? Oh, she's Aunt Joanna. Right.
As much as I've enjoyed the three of us together, I was hoping it could just be the two of us tonight.
What? Oh. It'd be ridiculous.
My relationship with Paul is friendly, and I am finding that I am beginning to care for you, Benedict.
I'll accept that. Yeah, I've been hanging out for like 4 eps at this point.
Openness, your abundance of love. I have never met someone so similar to me.
He's sweating bullets, look at him.
I'm beginning to wonder what if we did allow things to grow more serious between us.
Tilly, you were extraordinary.
Is he not feeling the same?
But
Oof.
I'm not certain that serious is what I want.
Oof. She laid it out there.
What has happened ever since I met you has made me realise how good it feels to be free. You've opened my world.
It's fair.
And I'm not ready to close it again just now.
But you two are still going to be a thing, though, yeah?
Want to commit to someone. Thank you for reminding me that is possible.
Damn. Again, you can see both sides on that one.
Oh, fancy finding you here.
Hey, on the swings and everything.
If I'm going to attempt to make change in the world, certainly I shall need to see some of it first. Meet people who are not my family or debutantes in the marriage mart.
I thought you were more interested in fitting in this year.
I think my prediction of Eloise stepping forward probably isn't going to actually happen. But never mind.
It feels right now that the next thing I might learn may change me entirely.
I agree profoundly with everything you have said, as I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about.
I love Benedict.
I do know. We should not let so long pass again between us.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. I love their swing scenes.
I'm certain Varley has done her utmost.
Let's have a look. It's going to be so dead. No, they wouldn't have like a dead set for the last step, would they? Ah, pretty good. Pretty good, yeah.
8-piece ensemble. You caterwaul like a child.
Oh, look at Penelope's dress. So good.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, it must have been you. Who paid for all of this?
How much do you reckon all that was?
My ma told me she wished for you to have the greatest ball Mayfair has ever seen.
Probably 100 whole buckaroonies. There we go. Our final ball of the season. I don't know what song this is. I mean, maybe I do, but sometimes it's really hard to decipher it. Is it Billie Eilish? Or...
At least Prudence and Philip are having the time of their life.
Penelope's dress looks green now. It was blue earlier.
We do not have a perch for you because we did not think you would accept our invitation.
Better to be prepared, though.
It is not your invitation that brings me here.
Ooh.
I received a letter earlier this week
Ooh.
from Lady Whistledown,
Oh, the plan commences.
asking to address you all herself, to plead her case publicly before I pass my judgment.
They have to end the season with people just knowing it's Penelope. Like, can it really go into season 4? I mean, it could. Mate, what are we
Not
doing?
him.
My apologies.
What is that? Oh. Well, okay. There it is. Everyone knows. Boom. And our dress looks blue again.
Hello, all.
Oof.
Or should I say, dearest gentle readers?
Yeah, well, there you go. I think it's smart. I think you can really drag this out into season 4 as well.
I never thought anyone would take my writing seriously. Why should they? No one has ever taken any part of me seriously.
I have, just saying.
I had a life. I had power. And for anyone in this room who has ever had a taste of that, they should know it can be intoxicating. One always has worth.
Oof.
I can no longer conceal the biggest piece of information I have, my identity.
I'll get to see the outcome, I guess, in season 4.
Grateful to our queen for forcing me out of the shadows with her most cunning scheme. I mean to aim my quill more responsibly. That is my repentance and my plea.
Oof. Oh, maybe here.
She seems humbled,
Wait.
but we will be watching that she remains so.
Okay. Fair. Damn.
What is life without a little gossip?
Everyone knows. I'm okay with that. I think they probably could have pushed it for another season, but then it's like, why? It's like, we're really gonna have Queen Charlotte for a 4th season trying to find her. I know she's done other things as well, but like that's been her main thing.
Now, Barney! The bugs!
Oh, what? Bugs? That's fair play. Pretty cool. Release the Kraken! No one seems that bothered. And she can't really be blackmailed now, can she? Oh yeah, that's pretty much like what can be done now. Everyone knows she can't be blackmailed. Colin needs to kind of get on board now, I guess.
Her Majesty was close when she assumed Whistledown was a Bridgerton protecting their own. I know the family well enough to know it was not one of them. There is only one person who loves the Bridgertons more than I.
You knew it was me.
I suspect it. You're not the only lady of the town who can keep a secret. I look forward to your next edition.
She's the best character. She's like the most consistently great character in the show.
We can now tell that solicitor your money came from my writing. Time for us to do better.
Damn, it's all worked out pretty well, hasn't it? Just Colin to deal with.
Thank you for your letter. I do not believe I've seen my mother so quickly shocked, and also so quickly impressed. I believe she is proud of you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did she just tell them on? Fair enough.
To an annulment if you requested one.
Oh,
I do not
we're not
wish
doing
any
that.
harm to come to you or your family as a result of today.
Queen herself has accepted you.
For now.
Yeah, give it till season 4. Yeah.
The future may not hold such happy days.
That's true.
Pen, you have always had one voice. There is no separating you from Whistledown.
Oof.
And after seeing you speak today, well, I would not want to.
Yes, Colin.
Because forgive me, that was bloody brilliant. I've been envious of you, of your success, of your bravery.
He's being honest.
And now I simply cannot believe that a woman with such bravery loves me. How lucky I am to stand by your side and soak up even a little bit of your light.
Yes, Colin! You know what? He did not drag out his saltiness, to be fair.
It's to love a woman as great as you.
I like Colin. People dunk on him, but I think he's
And I will be a very fulfilled
decent.
man indeed.
I love you. You're a very good man, Mr. Bridgerton.
He's not like the best character, but I think he's solid. He does well with his little speeches to Penelope. Yes, he got his dance.
I'm positively elated because I've come up with a rather brilliant idea. Or a request. Let me accompany you to Scotland.
Oh.
Mama will love the idea of me keeping an eye on you, but in truth, I simply wish to live for a little while outside our tiny
I can see
bubble.
that. Cool.
Have some adventures.
That could be the spin-off show, Francesca and Eloise in Scotland.
We will be living in a proper castle.
We?
Eloise has asked to accompany us.
If that does not burden you, my lord.
Well, not at all. That is wonderful news.
Yeah, he's buzzing.
And thankfully, my cousin has finally arrived to complete our travel party.
Cousin?
It gives me great pleasure to introduce.
So we got
Michaela Sterling.
Michaela Sterling.
Every sordid detail John has spoken about me is a lie. The truth is far worse.
Okay. Season 4 character, I assume.
I am... Well, I'm Francesca Bridgerton.
Was she a bit smitten by her?
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Is that what that was?
Gentle
I think that.
reader.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. She doesn't know she is, does she? I don't think so. Interesting. Yeah, Francesca has to be season 4 then, based on that interaction there. Not this
Though I
one.
have heard
but the last one. I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I do like Francesca with John. That would be interesting though, we'll see. We shall see.
I will miss you.
Go with her, no. It's the whole family.
Do you think Mama would ever let me miss her masquerade ball?
I suppose not.
Oh, gonna miss these two. Are we really going to have to wait 2 years for that? It's so dumb, man. He's the only one here, isn't he? Oh no, I guess the 2 young ones are still here as well, but... Hey, is he only grown-up Bridgerton to live there now? Oh, she's off.
It has been quite a journey we have taken together. And so it is with a...
Yeah, I think Francesca's season 4. And Eloise, maybe. Maybe they join their season, kind of.
As Lady Whistledown.
Whistledown.
Goodbye.
Signing off. Yeah, I think season 4 should definitely focus on... Oh, what's going on here? They're looking at me. Oh, they had the babies. Are they like their babies, or do they all belong to one?
The new Lord
Penelope
is quite handsome.
Oh.
Gets that from his father.
Okay. Jesus, so they all had a baby.
My smile is beguiling.
So that's like... This is like a year later, no? Surely. Or just maybe 9 months. Maybe they literally conceived it on that night.
And with the retirement of my literary persona, I should like to formally introduce myself.
And hopefully, dear reader, you will stay on to
I
enjoy
love the swap of the voice. That's cool.
as we begin this next part of our journey.
Lady Whistledown.
Yours truly,
Penelope Bridgerton.
Penelope Bridgerton.
That's cool. Damn. I wonder if they actually just had it. Bloody hell. Like everyone knows. That was a really good final episode, actually. To see how long it was as well. Again, you do load up episodes like this sometimes and you're like, oh my god, we're going to have any waste of time when it's this long. But I think season 4 needs to be... I mean, we've clearly done a bit of a time skip there as well, but I want to focus on Scotland, unless they kind of come back. But I want to know, like, initially, like, what's kind of happening there. Because it seems like Francesca kind of was a bit smitten by the cousin there a little bit. So something interesting could be potentially happening with Francesca's storyline. And then maybe that kind of conjoins with it being Eloise's storyline, because, I don't know, they haven't really done a season where it's two, obviously where it's 2 characters, yes, because it's always 2 characters, but in terms of the Bridgerton family, it's always one of them, like we had Daphne, season 2 was Anthony, season 3 was Colin, but then arguably you have like Kate there, Penelope and the Duke, so it's like their stories as well. But when it comes to the Bridgerton family, maybe 4 is has to be Francesca, just her, or Francesca and someone else. Either Francesca and Eloise or Francesca and Benedict. But I feel like even Benedict there, it's like Eloise is with Francesca, so it makes it... I don't know, there's options they can do. I'm curious to see what they kind of do. If they are following the books, then I guess you guys all know who it's going to be about. And you can tell me, to be fair, I actually don't mind knowing who season 4 is going to be about, if it is following that of the books. I don't see that as a spoiler, so go ahead. But yeah, this is a really great ending. Like I say, I'm happy that they kind of just revealed it. I don't know if they do that in the books, but like I think they could have gone away with a season 4 of people not knowing, maybe just like a select few of people. But then it's like, we know at some point people are going to find out it is Penelope, so you might as well have it be this season, whereas like a lot of the season was kind of, the more it went on, the more people were finding out. I will say as well, it feels like we didn't really get an ending to... I assume she just went off with her aunt. What happened to her? The girl who tried to blackmail them. Huh. She just wasn't really in that last bit. Got people thinking this is like the most underwhelming season so far. I can kind of see that. I think people find Colin a bit boring, which I do get. I don't mind Colin personally, but he's not the most interesting character the show has. Anthony has a lot more kind of charm about him. I think he had way more chemistry with Kate in terms of the romance. I think when Colin was good, it was like when he's kind of helping Penelope or hyping up Penelope. That's when Colin was at his best. But as his own kind of character, I feel like he was decent. I think the actor did a really good job with Colin as well. But it's just, I feel like there's not as much there as there was with like the Duke or Anthony. But Penelope, I think, was the one that kind of carried this love story. Like the first season, I'd say the Duke carried that one in the terms of the romance. Season 2, they were both on an even playing field. And then this one, I'd say Penelope was the one who kind of carried this one. Again, not that Colin was like lacking behind, but it's just Penelope is clearly, at least for me, the better character out of the two. So yeah, but Eloise was really good. The Violet was really good. Danbury was great. Benedict was great. Francesca surprised me this season. I did not give a shit about Francesca going into the season, but she really grew on me this season. I think getting a new actress, Hannah Dodd, it says her name is. I don't know if I've seen her or anything. I don't recognise her, but she was really good. Apparently she's in The Eternals and Enola Holmes 2. Oh, Fighting With My Family, but she plays Townie 2. Whatever that is. But yeah, anyway, she did a really good job with Francesca and her love story with John. is interesting as well. Very curious to see what kind of happens with that. Will, I do like Will, but I still stand by that. I think his story was just like, not pointless, because I guess it's good to have some stories in there that are just kind of not to do with the main plots, also known as side plots. But you know what I mean, where it just kind of felt like Will, his story wasn't involved in what was really going on over here at all. He's just kind of, out of all the characters, I know they had all their side stuff going on as well, but it felt like it was all a conjoined story and that it was just Will was here doing his thing. It's like, even though I didn't love the sisters, I felt like we focused way too much on them trying to get pregnant and stuff like that. They still felt like they were part of like this main plot and main story, whereas Will, as a character, I really like. But it's like, I mean, to be fair, I guess they didn't really focus on him too much in part 2. It was more part 1. Part 1, I think they had way too much of Will. Part 2, as soon as he kind of stepped away from the club and he more focused on just kind of going to the events, he just kind of popped in as more of like a being there with the boys hanging out kind of thing, and had a few lines here and there, which is I'm fine with. I just felt like his story, I wasn't really sure where it was leading, and then it just led to him selling the club, and that was really it. So yeah, it's not that big a deal, because like I say, I do actually like Will as a character and his wife, I forget the name of, but I do actually like those two, so I don't mind it that much. If they were both really boring, tragic characters, then that would be worse, but they're decent. Francesca gets nervous about her husband's cousin. This is a comment, by the way. I didn't like the decision to take her sister to the honeymoon. Also, I assume that doesn't happen in the book then, Eloise going with Francesca. Benedict is very forced to be bisexual. Netflix and the agenda. Oh my god. Benedict has been bi since season 1. Is he bi in the books? I don't know. You guys have got to let me know that as well. But honestly, I don't give a shit. They hinted at this in season 1 with the artist guy. Again, I can't remember if he actually hooked up with him. That is not forced bisexuality. Please give me a break with that. I like Colin and Penelope, blah, blah, blah. I don't even give a shit about what else you have to say. That's so stupid. How have you watched all of this show and not understood that Benedict has been bi? Or at least not straight? The hell? The fuck? What are you... Netflix and their false agenda. Don't get me wrong, Netflix do force some stuff in a few times, but this is not one of those cases. Not even close. Please give me a break. Rating for this episode, I'm going to go... People are kind of hating on it a bit here. I don't really get what the issue is. Some people seem a bit mixed, but I'm going to go an 8 out of 10. Again, maybe if I've read the books, I might be a lot more conflicted with this episode, but I have not. So, yeah, I'm going to go an 8 out of 10. I think it's Eloise going with Francesca. I don't mind that. And Penelope, everyone finding out about Penelope, I don't care. I think that's a good choice to do that. So, yeah, as for the season as a whole, I think the best episodes for me were episodes 5, 7, and 8. I think the weakest for me was episode... maybe like 1 or something. I don't know. Like, they were all good. I don't think we had a bad episode here. I think we had 3 great ones, and then the rest were either just good or really, really good. So as for the season, is it better than Queen Charlotte? No. It's close though. I think Queen Charlotte just had more emotion, and their relationship, I think, was a lot better than the relationship going on here, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Queen Charlotte was really, really good. I gave that an 8 at the end. And that had a stronger finale. I think the final episode to Queen Charlotte was just amazing. Granted, that was only 6 episodes, so it was 2 episodes shorter as well. But, yeah, I think I'd go... Season 2 is still the best for me. Then I'd say Queen Charlotte, closely followed by this season. I think this was close, but not quite there for me in terms of beating Queen Charlotte. And then season 1 for me, just because I said the second half, if you know what happens, and if you've seen my reactions, completely ruined that relationship for me, so I just don't give a shit. So yeah, there we go. Rating for this season, I'll give it a 7.7 out of 10. I think it was overall a good season. Not the best. I think that's still season 2. But I think this is just a very easy watch show. I always have a good time with it. I do think they overused some of the side stories in this season. And like I say, Colin wasn't the most in-depth, interesting character, but I think he was overall pretty good. And I'm excited for season 4. Like I say, not sure which character it's going to be about, but do let me know down below in the comments. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time for season 4. in 2 years. Make sure you subscribe though, because we do have a lot of shows coming out, like I said. So until next time, take care. Peace.